Thank you for joining us for CNTV. I'm Brad Clonch.
And I'm Quin Tran.
Handmade quilts are found all over the world. Quilting is part of many cultures.
And that includes the Chickasaw culture. Aapisa Nachi, a Chickasaw quilt exhibit, is now on display at the Chickasaw Cultural Center. The exhibit features about a dozen family quilts, all handmade by Chickasaw women. The quilts showcase a variety of cultural designs and patterns. Some of the quilts have been passed down from one generation to the next.
I want our visitors to feel the warmth that oftentimes quilts bring, to see the beautiful designs that we have, to share in the Chickasaw language that you see on some of the quilts. I think this really tells a special story of how talented some of our Chickasaw folks are.
The quilt exhibit will be on display at the Chickasaw Cultural Center through March.
You're manipulating the yarn is what you're basically doing.
Finger weaving is a Native American craft. Weavers create sashes, belts, and other accessories. Different colors and pattern combinations produce beautiful items that help accentuate Chickasaw regalia. Finger weaving is one of the featured crafts at the monthly Chickasaw community classes held in several communities. Haley Taylor enjoys the craft, especially teaching it to others.
Every Chickasaw should learn finger weaving because it's a part of our history. Our ancestors did it, and now it's up to us to keep it going.
She says it takes 12 hours or more to finger weave a piece depending on the size and pattern. Visit Chickasaw.net to learn more about craft workshops and monthly community classes. The Chickasaw people know the importance of sharing their crafts. It's a way to keep Native culture alive.
There are so many talented Chickasaws. An art historian explores the work of female Chickasaws and how they impact their heritage.
There hasn't been a lot of scholarly attention paid to Chickasaw artists in general, as well as Southeastern artists.
This book hopes to change that. Chickasaw Women Artisans profiles female Chickasaws and their inspiring lives. The book shares how their talents emerged to become influential in Chickasaw culture.
That's a way that I see the book making a contribution, is providing a document of, like, look, there are these fantastic artists that are right here that are working in this tradition.
Dr. Allison Fields, an art historian and professor at the University of Oklahoma, collected the women's stories. While all of the women are Chickasaw, they come from diverse backgrounds, educational experiences, and talents.
When you open the book, you'll find beautiful photography of 20 contemporary Chickasaw women who are artists. The role of the women is really important in Chickasaw culture, and I wanted to honor that. And in telling these stories, there was just such a range of experiences, people who are mothers and grandmothers and daughters, and just a wide range of every sort of life experience you could imagine, but all have some kind of connection to that Chickasaw identity.
The name of this exhibit is The Stream of Stories.
Erin Shaw is one of the women featured in the book. Storytelling is at the root of her art.
Once upon a time, there was a story that I was supposed to tell, but I had forgotten. I had to work very hard at remembering.
Collaborating with her young son, Samuel, Erin created art, bigger-than-life cutouts, to illustrate the story he wrote.
He said, "This is the key that unlocks the gift inside of everything or everyone."
It evolved as we went kind of day by day, but the culmination of it has been pretty spectacular.
Their work was recently on display in Oklahoma City.
So this right here is the actual stream of stories. In the story that Samuel wrote in the very beginning, he talks about diving into the stream and finding a story on a purple-colored current. Could this be a place that I had the capacity to visit if I could open my eyes in a way that I'm not used to, and really making room for a very imaginative experience and the power of our imagination. My heritage is present in everything I do, and I think one of the things that I connect so strongly to is the craft of storytelling. And I've always had an inherent love for stories and an understanding that stories are so important to who we are as a people, and that stories will always be important to us and our humanity and our heritage. And that creativity is just inherent. It's just there.
The spirit of creativity lives in all Chickasaw women. This book shines light on some of their stories.
Right, I hope that this is something that they can carry with them and share, and that people feel proud of being part of this.
Many of the featured women in the book are involved in teaching and sharing their craft to others.
They showcase their work at festivals, teach workshops. Erin Shaw, whom we visited with in the piece, is an adjunct professor helping college students develop their skills.
The Chickasaw artists are not only talented, they have a heart for people.
Again, 20 Chickasaw artists are featured in the book, Chickasaw Women Artisans.
You can find it in other Chickasaw publications at chickasawpress.com.
The Chokma Chickasaw Magazine helps to connect readers to the tribe.
The Chickasaw Press produces the magazine biannually. Through in-depth articles and beautiful photography, the magazine illustrates what it means to be Chickasaw. Readers get to know more about Chickasaw citizens, discover scenic destinations in Chickasaw country, and more. Subscriptions to the magazine may be purchased at chickasawpress.com.
Or contact the Chickasaw Press at the number on your screen. That's all the time we have for this edition of CNTV.
We'll see you next time.